All right. So, Nitesh, in the last class, we were talking that how we can join DNA Center with ISE. Do you remember? Hello?
Mm, Yeah, hello. Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Do you
can join.
remember?
Yeah, yes, yes, yes,
So it was not successful because of some
yes.
reasons, right? But let me show you now.
Right.
Can you see the GUI of DNA Center?
I can see. Yeah.
Okay. So when we go to systems and
Yes.
when we go to settings, I will see that external services, right? So in external services, we have,
Right.
that Cisco umbrella, Cisco authentication and policy server means ICE, integrity verification server, vManage, IP address manager, Cisco analytics, stealth watch, Talos IP reputation, destination, DNS bases, machine reasoning engines, cloud access keys, cloud authentication, any store, WebEx integration, thousand eyes integration. Okay. So now we are going to integrate ICE. So you can
Right.
see that ICE is already here. 172.16.1.201 radius TechX. So what I can do and see, I have also taken the
Yes.
GUI of ICE as well. 172.16.1.201,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Right.
When DNS Center will
Right.
join, when DNS Center will join the ICE, can you see the screen? Like, can you see the ICE?
Mhm. Yes, I can see the screen. Yes, I can.
172.16.1.201, right? So see, when you go to
Right.
administration and you go to PX grid services, so under the PX grid services, you'll see ICE, sorry, DNS Center here, PX grid client,
Yes.
right?
Right. Right.
Here we have PX grid client. And who is
Yes.
that PX grid client? Cisco DNA Center ICE Bridge Service. Okay. Cisco ICE,
Okay.
Cisco DNA
Right.
Center with ICE.
Yes.
So now,
Yes.
see, we can try it again. Okay.
Sure.
I cannot guarantee you again because you know that this is all virtual things. So sometimes it doesn't work, but let's take a risk again. So I've deleted.
Sure.
Done. So now the ICE has been deleted from DNA Center. Let's go to here and see. Right, the tab is gone now.
Right.
Can you see the DNA Center here?
Yes.
No. Right.
No. Right.
So now I'll go to DNA Center again and I'll say add ICE. So when I'll say add ICE, the IP address of ICE is
Okay.
172.16.1.201. Right. Secret key. As
Right.
I've
Right.
already told you that this key will be used when we
The
will
mutual
when the DNS center will push all the devices
during
information to
integration
the
with us.
ICE. Yeah. This username is
Yes.
for ICE itself. So the DNS center
Yes.
requires the login credential of ICE. Okay. FQDN. FQDN is my ICE
Okay.
dot cisco dot com. Then
Okay.
advanced settings. You have to click on this. Connect to PX grid. Okay. And then please choose TechX as well. Then say add. When you'll say add,
Okay.
first of all, it is going to give you an you can say warning that the certificates are not trusted, right? Right.
Right.
So basically, if you have the basic
Yes.
understanding of certificates,
Right.
so what are digital certificates? Basically, digital certificates are assigned by a certificate authority. All right. If you and me are having the same certificate, sorry, if we
Sorry.
are having the certificate
Sorry.
from
Sorry.
same authority, right? Hello, are you busy or something, Nitesh?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello. No. 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 I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you. It is cracking. Now it's fine. Yeah.
Can you hear
Yes. I
me
can.
now?
I can hear you. You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear
Can you hear
you.
me? Hello.
Yeah, yes, yes.
Hello.
Hello,
I can hear you.
I can also hear you.
Okay. I can hear you. I can hear you.
And I can hear you
But
as well.
some crack. Some.
You can join again, I think. Maybe the problem is from your end. That the certificate is not trusted, right?
Right.
Hello? Right. So what you
Yes.
have to say here?
Yes. Yes.
You have to say accept, right?
Accept. Right.
Once you accept it, it will go to further steps, establishing trust.
Connecting. Fantastic.
So now it's connecting to PX grid, and please, 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 please connect it. See, again, it happens. So I can't do anything in this case. The only thing I can try is I can go to Cisco ISE. Where is my ISE? Yes, I can set it down. Okay, close, delete. Okay. So I'll say power off. Yes. And then we'll restart the ISE.
All right.
Power on. So ISE will restart. Okay. And then we'll retry it again.
Okay. Hope this time will come.
So it'll take some time. So till then we'll start another topic. So
Sure.
let me power it on.
Okay.
Okay. Now in today's session,
Sure.
we will see we'll talk about device onboarding, right?
Okay. Right.
So in a network, we have DNA center. All right.
All right.
So if you see here on this topology or in this, you can say on our server, this is my DNAC 2.3. So this DNAC is having two network adapters, right? Can you see it
Right.
here? Yeah.
Yes.
So this is network adapter 1. This is network adapter 2.
Okay.
So basically this my DNA center. is having two network adapters. On one network, the IP address is 192.168.2.110. On the second, the IP address is 172.16.1.110. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So now, why I'm using this interface? I'm using this interface for the GUI,
Mhm.
right?
Okay.
That's why I'm
Okay.
able to access the DNA Center GUI from my own laptop, because my
Okay.
laptop is also having an IP address. If I show you ipconfig \all, you can see on my Wi-Fi adapter I'm having an IP address
Got it.
192.168.2.31, right?
Yes. Yes. Right.
So my laptop and the DNA Center belongs to the same network. So that's
The
why I'm able
management
to access the DNA Center GUI. And this interface, I'm using this interface as an
enterprise.
enterprise port, right? We have already discussed about the ports of a DNA Center.
Yes. Yes.
So now this DNA Center or this port is connected to a switch 4950. All right.
Yes. Okay.
And then I have 9300 switch, 3850 switch, and 9300 switch. Okay.
Okay.
So in our fabric, we will have only these three switch.
Okay.
So my DNS center will reach to this switch via this switch. Okay. So this switch
Yes.
is not part of the fabric. This is we will not onboard this switch on DNS center. Okay.
Right.
This switch
Right.
is here just for the connectivity purpose.
Connect.
So the first device we are going to onboard or on our DNS center is this switch 9300. Okay.
Okay.
Then we will
So this will be
onboard
the
this,
seed.
and then we will onboard this. Right. So basically, like you said,
So
seed.
now it's okay.
So first we have manual, or second you can have PNP, right? We
Right.
call it, you can say, zero touch
Plug and play.
provisioning,
Okay.
right?
Yes. Right.
So basically what I'll do here, first of all, I will onboard this 9300 series switch on my DNA center. Okay, manually.
Okay.
But I'll not onboard these two switches manually on DNA center itself. What
DNAC
I'll
center.
do,
Right.
I'll onboard these two switches using the uh, which function?
LAN automation. Clear.
LAN automation. All right.
All right.
So when you'll use LAN automation, IP address pool is required. Requirements for LAN automation DNA center. Yes. So basically, first of all, you have to understand the system rules. Then you have to must have the supported switch, right? If the switches does not
Yes.
support LAN automation, then in that case we would not be able to achieve this thing. Then we have the site planning, leave it, and then we have what? We have IP pools
IP
planning.
pool plan.
See, this is my 9300 series switch, which is I'm configuring as seed device. Okay. This is my 3850
Yes.
switch, and this is again my 9300 switch. So I'll connect them together. They are already connected, but when you will perform LAN automation, this switch is already having a port having the IP address 172.16.1.1. This IP belongs to this interface only. Okay.
Right.
But we have to tell the DNS center that which pool will be used to configure IP addresses on the downstream switches. So when you will use
Right.
LAN automation, what DNS Center will do? DNS Center will configure an IP address on VLAN 1, as well as DNS Center will create a loopback interface on 9300 series switch. So what I have done
Okay.
here, I will be using an IP subnet 192.168.110.0/24. Okay.
Okay.
So when you will perform LAN automation, what this 9300 switch will do? 9300 switch will give an IP address to this, on which interface? On VLAN 1. This 9003
One.
switch will give an IP address to this switch, on which VLAN? VLAN
One.
1. And which IP pool will be used to assign the IP addresses? To assign the IP addresses from the DNS center,
17.
right? This
Right.
pool will be used. So it will configure
Yes.
one of the IP address to this and one of the IP address to this, and it will configure two IP addresses to the seed device. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So we will see it
Okay.
now. Then what is required? The next thing which is required for this is site specific CLI and SNMP credentials. Okay.
Okay.
So let me tell you here. Configuration required for device onboarding on DNA Center. The configuration required for device onboarding on DNA Center itself. Okay.
Okay.
The configuration required on devices
Okay.
to perform
Onboarding.
onboarding. Okay.
Okay.
On the DNA Center
Okay.
is as following. First thing is required is IP address. Second, you know that reachability. Okay. Third,
Okay.
telnet or SSH access. It means telnet or SSH must be enabled on your devices. SSH is recommended. Okay.
Okay.
Netconf must be enabled.
Mhm.
Netconf must be
Enabled.
enabled. Okay. And then SNMP version 2 or 3 must be configured with read and
Okay. Read and write.
write access. Okay.
Okay.
SNMP version 2 or 3, because version 1 is not supported. Your device must have SNMP version 2 or version 3 configured with read and write access.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yes. So first of all, we will onboard the first device.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll onboard the first device. So
Okay.
let's go to the switches itself, because I'll have to go to the lab now. Okay. Because I'll put the console cable into the switch.
Okay.
So for the console cable, I'll have to go to the device. So I'm going
Yeah.
inside. Now, first of all, I'll configure the first switch. So to configure that switch, I'll take the console access. I think you can hear the rack
Mm.
sound.
Yes. Lightly.
Maybe not. It's a like very light sound here.
Mhm.
So now so first of all, you'll have to go to device manager. Okay. And you can see that now we have USB port COM12. Okay.
Mhm.
So first of all, you have to check the COM port. After checking the COM port, I'll access the CLI. Now you can see it, right?
Right.
Can you see the CLI?
Yes. You
Okay.
can see.
See, show IP interface brief exclude unassigned. This switch is not having even an IP address, right?
Right. Nothing. Fresh.
So show interface status. You know, this port gigabit 1/0/1 is connected to 4950 switch. Show
Mhm.
CDP neighbor. You can see here
Okay.
1/0/1 is connected with which switch?
9.
4948. Okay.
Right.
So as per our own topology, here it is. This interface is directly reachable via DNA center. So I'll configure an IP address 172.16.1.1 on this switch. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
So go to the interface gigabit 1/0/1. IP address is 172.16.1.1. Sorry, before that, please don't forget to enter no switch port, right?
Right.
Because no switch port is required. By default, interfaces are operating in layer 2 mode.
Right.
See, by default, I'm giving it a name, seed device. Okay.
Yes.
Show IP interface brief exclude unassigned. Now you can see that switch is having an IP address.
Right.
Let me try to ping the DNA center. So you can see, right?
Right.
The seed
Right.
device can ping the DNA
DNA
center.
center.
Now,
Right.
first of all, I'm going to enable SSH on this seed device. I'm not using telnet. Okay.
Right.
I can use the telnet, but I'm not going to use it. So now
Recommended is it.
line VTY 0 to 4 transport input SSH. Sorry.
Okay.
Login local. Okay.
Right.
Then you'll say crypto key generate
RFC.
RSA label my key modulus 1024. So now it'll enable SSH version 2 on this. But and then you have to create a username with privilege level 15
Okay.
and password Cisco. Username admin, privilege level 15 and password is Cisco. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
After that,
Line VTY.
I've done already line VTY and netconf yang and netconf SSH. Sorry, netconf yang. Okay, netconf yang. This command is enough. Okay.
Okay.
After netconf yang, then we have to enable SNMP server.
DNS center will be the right.
SNMP server and the command is host. SNMP server is now DNA center. Okay.
Right.
Version. You can enable version 1, 2, or 3, but on DNA center it will only support 2 and 3. So I'm going to enable 2.
Okay.
And community string. So we are going to use Cisco @123.
Right. Right.
We are going to use Cisco @123 here.
Okay. Yes.
Then SNMP server, community, Cisco @123 for read write access. Okay.
Right. Right.
So now let me show you what is the configuration we have done till now. Line VTY 0 to 4 transport input SSH. So notepad. Exit. Show run pipe section username. Show run pipe section crypto. So basically the command was
Crypto RSA key generate
crypto key generate RSA label my
my key
key modulus 1024, then netconf
platform
yang, and after that
SNMP version.
SNMP
SNMP
configuration.
version.
So show run pipe section SNMP.
Right.
This is the only configuration required on the device. So now I am removing the console cable. Okay.
Okay.
I'll remove the console cable. Okay. One thing we have forgot is
It's SNMP is there. Young. Okay.
क्या हुआ? क्या हुआ? इसलिए है क्लास में तो टाइम लगेगा 6 साढ़े 6 खत्म होगी नहीं आ पाएंगे क्या तो अभी तो नितेश
Yeah.
okay so Nitesh yep.
Yes.
Now we have made this configuration, right? But I forgot to save the configuration. Okay, I'll do it again later on. That's not a big concern here right now. Okay.
Okay.
After that, yes, go to DNA Center now. Okay.
Okay.
Go to DNA Center. Go to provisioning. Go to inventory. And here, see which option is there. Add device. Right.
Right.
So here, what we'll do. Add device. So see when you'll say add device, first it is asking you network device. Yes, this is a network device. IP address 172.16.1.1. Right?
Right.
Now it is asking you the credential for CLI. Right? And under here you can see
Right.
CLI access. You want to give preference to SSH or telnet. So we have chosen SSH.
Yes.
Then I'm providing the CLI credentials. So we have configured the CLI credentials here.
Yeah. Yes.
What was the credentials? Admin and Cisco.
Cisco.
But now it is giving you two options. Select global credential and add device specific credentials. So see, if you go to the net design and if you go to the network settings, here you can provide the device credentials. Right?
Right.
Because for example, see, Nitesh, if you have to onboard 100 devices, okay?
Yes.
All of them are having same SSH credentials and same SNMP credentials, right?
Right.
So I'm not going to mention them again and again and again and again manually, right? So what I'll do, I'll go to device credentials under design settings, and then I'll save the credentials here.
Yes.
Which I've already did. Okay.
Okay.
You can save
Yes.
SNMP credentials version 2, read and write, version 3, STTP and STTP as read write. Okay.
Right.
So you can save the credentials here as well, but now this time I'm going to define the credentials manually. Inventory, add device 172.16.1.1, add device specific credentials. First admin, password was Cisco, right? We
Yes.
haven't given an enable password, and enable
Okay.
password is not required anymore, because if a user is having privilege level higher than 2, the user will never land into which mode? User mode. Okay.
Right.
And this user is having privilege level 15.
Okay.
So user mode
Yeah.
will not be there. So enable password is not required. Then SNMP, you have to choose version 2 or
Yes.
version 3. So we have configured version 2,
Option
but
3.
I want to add the credentials by myself.
Yes. Yes. It's admin
Capital
and Cisco.
CISCU@123,
Yes. Yes.
right?
Right.
And then capital CISCU@123.
Right.
After that, SNMP retries and timeout. Don't have to make any changes to
Okay.
them. STTP. See, STTP is optional in all of this configuration. You have to give CLI credentials, you have to give SNMP credentials, and you have to give netconf port number. But STTP is what? STTP is optional
Option.
here. Okay. So I said netconf. For by default, netconf port number is 830.
Okay.
Netconf port number is,
Exactly.
and you can read it. Netconf with user privilege 15 is mandatory for enabling wireless service on wireless capable devices such as 9800 switches controllers. The netconf credentials are required to connect to EWLC devices. Majority of data collection is done using netconf for EWLC. So this is not only limited to EWLC. We have other roles of netconf as well. So we have to enable netconf on all the devices. Okay.
No.
And by default port number is
830.
830. We haven't enabled telnet, right? We have enabled
SSH.
SSH. So we have to
Right.
choose SSH here. Then
Right.
I'll say add. Now it'll take some time, but the device will be added. So now you can see the device is
Reachable.
reachable, right?
Right. Manual onboarding.
So a refresh, you will see the name very soon here. Right now it is just synchronizing the configuration part. Refresh, 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 refresh. The device role is given to core. Okay. You can
Okay.
change it if you want. Device role, unknown, access, core, distribution, or border router. So
Okay.
let it be as it is, device role
Okay.
core. Now you know that we have to create sites, right? Under
Right.
design, and under network hierarchy, you can create sites here, which I have already building 9.
Right.
So go to provisioning and go to inventory again. Here we can see unassigned device. So we have, you can see now the name, right? Seed device.
Right.
IP address is 172.16.1.1.
Right.
Status is reachable. EUX status, manageability is managed. Compliance, it will show you compliance after some time. Then you can
Okay.
see the image version is 16.12.3a. Uptime is 6 hours 24 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
And the switch is Cisco Catalyst 9300 series switch.
Right.
Platform
Yes.
9300, 24 ports with 4 gig ports extra, and support type is supported.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So if you click on this seed device directly, you'll get the information. Now you can see here, switch is having total 24 gigabit ports and then 4 ports for SFP, right?
Okay. Right.
You can see connected, error disable, sorry, error disable, admin disabled, not connected, PoE enabled. So we have only 2 ports which are right now connected. So if I click on gigabit 1/0/1, you can get the detailed information. MTU is 1500 bytes.
Right.
Speed is 1000
One.
Mbps.
But the
Operational status is
preferred is 10 gig, right?
no, the port is 1 gig. actually.
Mhm.
What is
Okay.
1
1
gig?
gig.
Okay.
Right.
And the link is full duplex. POE is right now disabled. Okay. You can go to native VLAN. You will see the VLANs. These are the default VLANs we have on a switch, right?
Yes.
Then we have hardware and software. So this is the information about the hardware and software both. Configuration. This is the configuration. Okay.
Okay.
So you can export it as CLI output.
Right.
You will click on this and then you will see the configuration is saved in notepad file. See, we
Okay.
haven't configured this, right? This configuration is pushed by DNA Center.
Okay.
Then you can see this certificate is given by DNA Center itself. After that, you can see that we have configured a username, right?
Right.
But we haven't configured anything like this. All this configuration is pushed by DNA Center. We have given
Okay.
an IP address, which is here.
Loop back.
No,
L-
loopback is not there right now. A loopback will be seen when you enable automation.
Okay.
This is configuration done by us, and then line VTY, transport input SSH. Okay.
Right.
But when you'll perform LAN automation, you will see the configuration has been changed. Then you can see power, fans. So basically the switch is having two power slots. One
Yes.
is for backup, but we haven't connected both of them. We have connected only one.
Right.
So power supply B is down.
Yes.
Fans. The switch is having total three fans which are in operational state.
Right.
SFP module, nothing is there. User defined fields, nothing. Config drift. Like here you have configured something on the device. Then advisory, no. Then compliance summary.
Mm,
So this is the information collected by the DNS Center about the device, right?
Right.
Now what we are going to do here, we are going to use this seed device as, sorry, this switch as seed device. But before that, let assign this device to a site. Okay,
Mm,
choose a site and site is B9. Save, next, next. See, you have three things here. Now, later. You can define the time, that what time you want to assign it to the site, and you can say generate configuration preview.
mm,
See, create preview which can be later used to deploy on selected devices. Okay.
Okay.
So basically the configuration will not be pushed on the device. Only a configuration preview will be generated. Like what configuration will be pushed on the device while assigning to a site, right?
Right.
So first
Right.
of all, I just want to see the configuration, like what kind of configuration will be pushed on the device. So you can go to activities now and you will see on work items that the configuration is in progress. Okay.
Mhm.
So we will see it. Just wait and watch.
Will
Let me
take long time.
refresh this. So no, it will just take 1 minute. Have you go somewhere?
No, no.
Okay. Now refresh it again. Yeah, so it is success. Okay.
Okay.
Now, if I click on this, see, this is the configuration will be done. If you will add the device to a site, all of these configuration will be pushed on the devices. Okay.
Okay.
So you can see here SNMP server, SNMP traps will be enabled. Syslog will be enabled. Okay.
Okay.
And you can see that crypto key will be pushed from the DNA center to the switch. All right. So all of these configuration will be pushed when you'll add a device to a site. So we can save it. And now we will go to again provisioning, inventory, and I'll assign this device to the site. This time we'll push the configuration. Okay.
Okay.
Last time we have just generated the preview, but this time I'll say save. I'll say next, next, and I'll say now. Yes, assign device to site right away.
Right.
Assign. Now you'll see the device is not here in the global. The device will be present under device is
Right.
moved from global. So you can see
Right.
this time if you move your cursor here, you can see global you then B9. Okay, and health score is 10 out of 10. Now after doing this, now we will start the LAN automation. We'll start the LAN automation. But before starting the LAN automation, we have to do few things here. First of all, you have to go to the network settings and you have to go to the IP address pool. First of all, you have to create a pool here under the global add pool. What I can use say, I'm creating this pool for underlay IP addresses. Okay,
Yes.
generic or tunnel, just generic. Then IP version 4 or IP version 6, IP version 4.
Okay.
192.168.110.1. Sorry,
Right.
0. Subnet mask, I'm using 24.
Okay.
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 But before that, see, the DNA center don't know that how to reach 192.168.110.0/24. Okay.
Okay.
So before that, before doing this, all of these things, you have to give a static route.
Right.
Please configure a static route on DNA center
Okay.
to reach the LAN underlay network.
Right.
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 So which I have already did here. So
Right.
what I'll do 192.168.110.0 and next row will be 172.16.1.1. Right now, my DNS entry is not responding well. Otherwise, I can show you it here. Now it will say that cell is restrictive. Maglev restricted cell is active. But okay. It is not allowing me to run any of the command basically. Otherwise, I will show you. But I have given a static route to DNS center. Okay. On which adapter? On this adapter. Enterprise. IP address for enterprise. So you know that at the time of installation, I have shown you that how you can give a static route as well. So I have added a static route on DNS center. Now gateway IP address. The IP address which will be configured on the seed device. So if I say 192.168.100 dot, sorry, 110.100, you will see this this IP address will be configured on the seed device. I'll show you. Leave all of this DHCP server and DNS server right now.
Okay.
You can provide the DNS server also if you want. Now we have created this pool under global, right?
Right.
But we are going to perform LAN automation in which site? You have to reserve the IP addresses.
Okay.
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 Underlay. Then you have to choose LAN here because we are going to perform the LAN automation. This is not generic. This is not a generic. You can say DHCP pool. Global pool. Yes, this pool. Number of IP addresses or prefix length. So I'll say number of IP addresses. I need 120 IPs only.
Okay. Okay.
Then reserve. If you need 28 IP address, it will automatically shift it to /25. Right?
Right.
Now, after doing this, we'll go to the switches again. Okay.
Okay.
What is the configuration required on the switches itself, like on the next switches? So basically, you just have to reboot all the devices with default configuration. Okay.
Okay.
So if you are performing on LAN automation, what I'll suggest to you, go to the devices, erase the startup configuration and reload them.
Okay.
Okay.
Clear.
So now let me show you. We have total 3 switches. Okay. As you remember, we have total 3 switches. So this is 9300, which is already, onboarded on the DNA center. Now I'm going to put the console cable in 3850.
Okay.
So COM port is again 12. Let me open the COM port. Serial COM 12. 9600. You have to leave the device here. Okay. Or else you can do what? Else you can reload it. See, this is by default the device is in the default configuration, right? That's why it is giving me an option of yes or no.
Yes.
You remember that if the device is having the pre-configuration, it is never going to give you the option of yes or no, right?
Yes.
The device will boot now. So the device is booting. Till then, what we can do, we can go to the DNS center and we can start the LAN automation. Now go to provisioning, go to inventory, and you will click on this device, go to actions, provisioning and LAN automation. Okay.
Okay.
The primary site is global device, seed device.
Right.
Peer site, no need to give it. Modify selection. See, it is asking you to select ports of primary device. So basically it is asking you to select the port which is connected towards LAN interface. Towards
Okay.
which interface?
LAN interface.
So towards LAN
Okay.
interface, we have port which gigabit 1/0/2, because 1/0/1 is connected towards the DNA
Good.
center, not towards the LAN, right?
Right.
So towards the LAN, the port is gigabit 1/0/2.
Right.
Done.
Done.
After that, discover device site, global main IP pool,
Underlay.
underlay, and for
Yes.
underlay configuration, we required ISIS, right? I'll
Yes.
explain it to you. Don't worry about this. I'll explain
Yeah.
it to you, but we
So
are not going to
it's
configure any password. So basically, like we configure password in, in we configure password in
authenticator.
AIGRP, OSPF for authentication purpose. Same thing, we can configure password in ISIS also. Okay.
Okay.
And then we'll say start, accept.
Okay.
And our device is also booting up.
Mhm.
So it is almost booted. It is just taking some time. Okay, Heather.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
it is.
Okay.
Yeah. See, it is booting, right?
Right.
Now, see, you don't have to do anything from this point on, okay?
Okay.
Just don't have to touch the switch. Go to DNA
Okay.
Center now.
Okay.
Okay. Refresh
Okay.
this page. Now you can go to actions, you can go to provision, and you can go to LAN automation status. Right now you can see the process is going on. Discovered devices 0, right?
Right.
Now you'll start seeing few log messages on this switch automatically. Just wait and watch. It is automatically something is happening there, right? I'm not doing anything.
Right.
It is also even saying you please don't interrupt. Now if I take you to this DNA center and devices and I click on plug and play,
Mhm.
you can see how many devices are discovered.
2.
How many devices are discovered?
2. 2.
2. See, this 9300 is which connected this one, the third device. This is by
Mhm.
default in which mode? In default mode. I've already
Default, yes.
rebooted it, right?
Right. Right.
That's why I was telling you that I have already turned on the racks.
Right.
So basically this is what I've already done. So now you can see that DNS Center has discovered 2 devices automatically.
Right.
Devices are discovered
Automatically.
automatically. Okay.
Okay.
So now we can go outside. We don't have to put the console cable inside this anymore. The device is already discovered, but still you can see the log messages here. Okay.
Right. Right.
The devices is
Yes. Discovered.
already, you can say, onboarded. Now let's leave the place and go outside because we don't need to put the console cable anymore inside it. Now you can see it's 40% done, right?
Right.
It will automatically refresh it. You can change the refresh timer. Like you'll have to refresh the page after 5 minutes or 10 minutes or off. So I'll say refresh again. So you can see now it's 40% done.
Okay.
Yes. ठीक है. Hi Nitish. Now
Yeah.
this process will take around 5 to 7 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
And I'm also be taking a break for the cake cutting like ceremony in office.
Okay.
So I'll be joining in 10 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
Till then, it will be done. It's 100%.
Okay.
So let me pause the recording. Are you there? Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now you can see, right? Devices are not visible here.
It's provisioned.
So if you see unclaimed 0, error 0,
Yes.
and
Yes.
provisioned 2, right?
Right.
So
Right.
100% provisioned all.
Yes.
Now if I go to inventory, you will see that automatically we have 2 devices here, and they
Right.
are already assigned to which site. And
Yes.
now tell me how difficult it is.
Very fast.
0, right? We have 0 effort this time. You just
Right.
have the devices which are, you can say, factory default. You have to connect
Yes.
them, you have to give them power, and they'll start working automatically. You just have to set up one device which is known as seed device. If
Right.
the seed device is, you can say, if the seed device is uh, configured, you don't have to worry about any other device
Right.
after that. Now
Right.
let me show you that what kind of configuration is done at the time of LAN automation. See, still the LAN automation status is working. So you can see here, discover devices 2,
Good.
completed 2. You
Yeah.
have to disable it manually. Okay. You can see this log message is already here.
Right.
Added this device to inventory, provision device, claim device, reserved IP address, reserved subnet, all of the log messages will be visible here. So you have to stop it manually, okay? Otherwise it will be running on the background.
Okay.
So I'll say stop.
Okay. So whenever it is required, we can enable it back again, right?
Yeah, we can enable it again if you want it, okay?
Okay.
But we have only 3 devices which are already discovered and onboarded. So it doesn't make any sense to run this automation, LAN automation, right?
Right.
So we have stopped it.
Right.
Then, now let's see what kind of configuration is done on the devices. First of all, we'll see the configuration of seed device. So what I've done, go to actions, go to others and go to command runner, okay? Then this
Right.
page will be open in front of you. So you can see device IP. First of all, you have to select the device, seed device.
Right.
Let me select the seed device. Let me select the second device and let me select the third device. So we have total 3 devices. Which command, oh, sorry, select the command as well. Show running config, okay?
Right. Right.
And then I'll say run commands. After doing this, you can see that configuration executed successfully. Command executed successfully, right?
Right.
So switch 192, 168, 137, 36, 172.16.1.1 as well. Now if I say set, show me the seed device configuration. This is the seed device configuration, okay?
Okay.
What I'm going to do, I'll say export CLI output.
Right.
Now this is the seed device. See, here, yes. First of all, the switch is configured to transparent mode, right?
Yeah. Right.
After that, system empty is configured to 9100 bytes,
Right.
right?
Right.
Error disable is configured, right?
Right.
You know error disable recovery?
Yes.
Yes. Then, yeah. Now see, interface loopback.
Yes.
192.168.110.37 and ISIS is always already configured for the underlay configuration. 1/0/1.
Right.
And interface VLAN 1. Interface VLAN 1 is also configured on this switch, and you'll see what is the IP address on this interface. So I think uh, let me check if I'm able to run that command or not. I say device 172.16.1.1 show IP. No, I can't run that command. Show IP interface brief. Otherwise, I'll show you that what is the configuration done on VLAN 1 interface. Okay,
Okay.
but the IP address will be given is 1.100, 100 dot, sorry, 110.100. And see, ISIS is also configured, right?
Right.
So basically, what will happen here on this interface? Sorry. On this interface, this interface, this interface, and this interface, what will be configured?
Nice. Nice.
ISIS for the reachability, for the connectivity. Okay.
Right.
And you know what? The seed device will also be sending a default route. The seed device will also be sending a
Default route.
to all the devices, because you know that this switch does not know that how to reach
The seed.
the DNA.
DNS.
So this device is going to forward traffic to 9300. So if I show
Right.
you, first of all, if I show you the whole configuration of the seed device, we have forgot to see the configuration of DHCP here. Where is the configuration of DHCP? I think on the end. Now, uh, okay. So this is the seed device, and on the seed device, where is the configuration? Okay, 192.168.100.36. This is my 3850, I think. Do we have the version here? No. So basically, ISIS is also configured here. Interface loopback 0 IP router ISIS is enabled. Okay. The interface gigabit 1/0/1 is connected towards 9300, or you can say seed device.
Right.
And this interface is connected towards the downside. You can see. Can you see it? Normally, if we go to configure 192.168/30, at least we can give, right?
Right.
But this time you can see what DNA Center did. DNA Center have assigned IP address at /31.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Normally we have seen that we can only assign IP address at /30.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
But this time you can see that DNA Center at the time of LAN automation have assigned IP address at /31, because you can see that 255.255.255.254. Right?
Right. Right.
192.168.100.35.
Yes.
Then
/31.
255.255.255.254.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
One host.
So, and this interface is also configured at point to point. Okay.
Right.
If we go back to the DNS Center dashboard, you can see that this is 3850.
Right.
कौन खाएगा इतना?
Mm.
So this is, you can see this is 3850. So if I click on this, if I go to actions, show run and command runner, on this 3850, I'm going to run a command, show IP route.
Right. Successful.
See, This is my 93800, sorry, 9300,
Right.
which is acting as seed device. This is my 3850, and this is my again 9300 series switch. So I'm
Right.
running the SUIP route command on this. You can see what,
Default route
which
to
is pointing towards 192.168.100 dot, sorry, 110.34.
yes.
And this IP address is assigned 192.168.100.34. So means basically the IP address is, you can know that on the interface as DHCP. So that's why this command is, this IP address is not visible. But /34 is configured. We have seen it. /34/30C. /33 is on the loopback, and
Right.
/34 is on the gigabit
Yes.
1/0/2.
Right.
Because you remember that
Right.
1/0/1 of this interface is connected towards this. So IP address on this interface is
Yes.
192.168.100.34/31.
Right.
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 And if we go to the switch
Sure.
of 3850 IP address is 36. So if I run the command on 36 number switch and show running config on this 3850 gigabit 1/0/1, you can see this is having 35, right?
Right. Right.
So this interface is having IP address 192.168.110.35/20, sorry, /31.
31.
And
Right.
this 1/0/2 is connected towards 3850. So this
Right.
interface is having IP address 192.168.100.38/31,
Right. Right.
right?
Right.
And let me run the command on the last switch. Action command runner. This is my last 9300 series switch.
Yes.
Show
IP.
running config.
Okay.
So this switch is connected. You can see now.
Yes. 39.
39. 192.168.100.39/31. I haven't configured any of the IP address. All of these IP addresses are configured manually by DNA Center. So automatically by DNA Center, right?
Right.
And you can see that VLAN 1 is also having an IP address which is not visible here because of DHCP configuration. And you can see the ISE is also enabled, right?
Right. Right.
So if you go to this 9300 series switch and you say go to command runner and you say that this time please run a command show IP route.
Yes.
The last switch is pointing towards 38, right?
Right.
This switch is having a default route 0.0.0.0/0. Next up is
38. 38.
192.168.100.38. This is
Right.
3850. And you can see the AD value is 115. AD value is 115 for
Yes.
ISIS. Now, if we go to the which switch? Yeah, 3850. The 3850 is also having a default route, right?
Right.
You can see here. So this is also having a default route for which next stop is 192.168.110.34.
Right.
And when the traffic will come to this switch already know that how to reach
Right.
DNA center. That how to reach DNA
Yes.
center, right?
Yes. Right.
Cancel. Now close the tabs. So you have seen that how is our topology now, right?
Right.
This is our topology.
Right. Yes.
Okay, this is
Okay.
our topology. Now let's leave it for a few seconds and let's try to integrate DNA center with ISE again, because we
Okay.
have we have restarted the ISE.
Okay.
Authentication and policy server, add AAA, sorry, not AAA, ISE. Server IP address is 172.16.1.1, sorry, 1.201. Shared secret is Cisco. Username is admin. Password of the ISE, FQDN, myice.cisco.com. Advanced settings, TechX, add.
Accept.
Accept. You can see it now,
Yes.
right?
Right.
So basically, sometimes it happens, but don't worry. You can see connecting to PX grid and our DNA center and ICE are connected
Integrated.
with each other. When you will go to ICE, if you log in here, admin, you see login. Administration, sorry, accept and close. We can say PX grid services.
Right. Right.
Right?
Right. Yes.
Now, uh,
Okay.
so you can see it here. Okay,
Okay.
with this PX
Yes.
grid client, DNA centers, ICE, Breeze services, all of these are you can say binded here. And if I'll go to admin session, if I go to network devices, devices will be registered here automatically in few after some time. Okay,
Okay.
All the devices will be registered on the ISE automatically, but it will take
Okay.
some time. So if we click on this system 360, and if you go here, you'll see that ISE is connected
Right.
and PX grid is also available.
Yep. Right.
After this, you can say design, network settings, device credentials. Sorry, at the network settings, you can now add servers and you can add AAA as well, because we have
Okay.
now ICE with DNA Center, right?
Right. Right.
So we will cover all of these things in the next class. We'll see how to add this server here, how to
Okay.
create the templates, how to push the configuration from DNA Center.